Winners that have been announced for several categories, whether it is social network, gaming, entertainment, all of that. And today we have one of the winners with us. She's all of 32. She beat all the boys. She hit it massively out of the park, smashed a sixer to lift the trophy, the AatmaNirbhar app challenge of the Prime Minister. She is our next guest today. Keerti, the co-founder of Hitwicket. It's a 3D immersive cricket mobile app. Keerti, welcome to India tonight. Congratulations. I don't know how you folks are celebrating, even as India's unlocking. It's not like life is back to normal and parties are back and all of that, but congratulations. Great to have you on the show. If I could first begin by asking you, tell us a little bit about your app. You've beaten all the boys. We keep talking about cricket as a gentleman's game and women are trying to enter it and all of that. I hear that you're very passionate. You smashed it out of the park. Your presentation was really something. Tell us a little bit about your app. How long has it been around? And how did you even come up with this idea? And, not very often you hear about a girl wanting to start up a cricket mobile app.
Sure. So, like everybody else, I grew up watching cricket, fell in love with the sport, was inspired by it. And the beauty of cricket was in the strategy aspect. People don't talk about how well the shot was. People talk that, okay, this person opened. The batsman should have been at number 4. When do you take the power play? When should the seamer come? When should the spinner come? These are the conversations that go on even after the match is over. And it is this aspect of cricket that makes it such a unique sport. And I think it was back in 2015 when I was working at Amazon. I was playing mobile games and, I teamed up with my co-founder Kashyap and we were like, we want to capture the essence of cricket in a strategy game and combine the mass appeal with mobile gaming and we can create something truly phenomenal. And yes, I mean, that was the vision with which we went. That, give absolute control, take the user to a virtual world where he's the owner. And you see the kind of engagement cricket has, it's like at all grassroots levels. You have a truck driver, you have a shop kirana owner who's talking about cricket. And, they are very intellectual conversations. People are talking about the pitch and the weather conditions. And it's not that, it's a sport of the metros or the elite. And even in terms of gender, if you see, the kind of following that cricket has by women. I mean, there are tons of women out there who just love the sport. And it's very heartening to see the way, even in real world, cricket has taken up in terms of our women who fought at the World Cup. In fact, I was watching the World Cup finals where India and Australia had met.
Right.
And I can't tell you, how it felt that, yes, it is a game that is inclusive. It embraces every individual, irrespective of their age, gender, or where they come from.
Keerti, more power to you, more power to women. Congratulations on winning that award. I want to understand from you the fact that the entire gaming industry is so competitive. So how do you differentiate what you do at Hitwicket Superstars versus what other products that are already there in the market? How do you sustain in this such a high competitive area, such a high competitive industry?
I mean, that's a great question. When you talk about games, the user today is exposed to global titles. Generally, if you're staying in a city, you're exposed to the things that are in that city, right? But when it comes to digital world, suddenly you have access to the best things in the world. And, if you talk about the best gaming titles in the world, they have one thing in common, and that is immersion. You build an ecosystem in the game where the user is part of an imaginary world. And that is what we try to create in Hitwicket Superstars, where we are not trying to replace a match which you would otherwise see. We are taking you into a fantasy world where you have these batsmen who are superheroes. They have imaginary powers. A batsman can hit double the runs. A bowler can make negative runs. So these are the kind of creative liberty that we have taken inside the game. And that is what we are trying to do. The user should break off. when he opens the app, he should completely be de-stressed. It should entertain him. He should be immersed in an experience where he feels that, okay, I'm the owner in this virtual world. And that's why our team day in and day out has been focusing just on this game, Hitwicket Superstars, where we are like, if we have to nail a world-class cricket game from India, it has to be highly immersive. We have to be inspired by the games that have really brought imagination into the game.
You know, and Keerti, there is really a stereotype that, you know, women don't like cricket, or if they like cricket, they only like 2020 cricket and all of that. I remember I used to get up at 5:30 a.m. to actually see the Ashes, and that's a test series. It doesn't even have India. So, you know, I'm really excited to even try your app at a personal level. But, you know, I want to ask you this. Has it sunk in what you have achieved? You have won an app challenge that was announced by the Prime Minister of India. I know that you've only had angel investors on board. I'm sure your phone has been ringing incessantly. Has it sunk in, the prize, the victory, and what happens next for you? Because, you know, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before investors start chasing you. There are mentoring sessions that are being planned. The Prime Minister in the press release had been quite clear that those who win will be mentored and taken overseas as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as you rightly said, you know, it takes time to sink in. And a lot of times, you know, when you talk about COVID today, I miss my team. I know 25% of people in my team are women. You know, these are young girls who share the same passion, and they're building the product, and they're at all levels, you know, be it at the product level, the data, you know, design, growth, everywhere. They are there. And this is what, you know, I miss that, you know, I wish I was there to celebrate this moment with my team, because what you see is just the tip of the iceberg, right? There's so much of effort by each and every team member that goes into building a product what it is today. So yeah, that's that. And I'd like to specifically mention our angel investor, Mr. Rambhadran Narayanan. He's been the one who's been guiding us. And our grand vision is to have a Hitwicket World Cup 2023. And that's where we plan to take the virtual cricket to the masses. And, you know, we see that people fight at city level, state level, national level, and then there's a world championship. The way, you know, Fortnite had a World Cup in 2019. So something like that for cricket, and that's where we are going.
Keerti, you know, before we let you go, and this is going to be our last question, I want to understand from you. You said that you have a very you know, young team working for you. I want to understand from you what's going to be your advice for all the young entrepreneurs out there, all the young, you know, people who are willing to, who are just waiting to for somebody to give them this kind of an opportunity, that, you know, there's going to be an idea that's going to click, and you will have many more takers. What's going to be your advice for them?
Yeah, I would say persistence and conviction, they take you a long way ahead, because anything that you try to do, it's not that it's going to click in one moment. You know, it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of conviction, but the idea is that you stick to it. And, you know, I would really like to thank the My Government initiative. I think they have done wonders in setting an example. I mean, it's a program that will encourage people. It'll encourage our young generation that, you know, my dream is not to get a job in Google or Facebook. I mean, I myself worked in Amazon, the biggest company in the world for a while. But, you know, there is so much of opportunity right there in our country to build something for our people, something that is truly made in India, for India and the world. And I think this is an excellent platform where it's going to inspire a lot of our youth, and it'll give people the belief that, yes, I can pursue what I want to. There is government out there that is going to support me.
Keerti, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. You know, thanks so much for taking the time out. Like I said, I'm sure your phone hasn't stopped ringing, it hasn't stopped buzzing, so really appreciate it. Thank you for giving this interview to India Tonight. She's one of the winners, 32-year-old Keerti, who beat all the men. and all the other women to lift the trophy for the best sporting, the best gaming app, the challenge that had been announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short commercial break, but a lot lined up for you on the other side as well. The Zoom founders' first address to an Indian audience, then a lot more coming up.